my name is Sammy. Welcome to my channel, and today I will be going over what my essentials are when I'm going to a rave or music festival. If this is your first rave or music festival, you're gonna want to keep watching. My first rave was actually back in 2016 after high school, which is pretty crazy because that's like 8 years ago. Let's not think about that. Now that we're really getting started into festival season, I thought I would share my essentials and what I always bring and what I would advise you to bring, and everything that I talk about. If I can find the links, I will have everything linked down below. And I also have a few vlogs of festivals that I've been to, like EDC last year, Escape Halloween, and etc. So I'll have those linked down below as well. So let's get started. First category of essentials is what to wear. Definitely you'll need some kind of bag to hold all your items. One option would be to bring a fanny pack or like a small bag. I have two here to show you. The first one is just a standard fanny pack. This is actually the one that I used when I first started raving, and it's this fanny pack here that I just found at a random luggage store actually, but I liked how it had a lot of compartments so I could organize all my items. So it's just simple. A fanny pack might not always go with your fit, but I do think it's practical. Nowadays I've been using my Arc'teryx. This one definitely holds more, and again it just has pretty good organization. And the thing I like about this one is that it comes with this phone pocket in the back. It fits easily in here and it's pretty secure. It's easy to take your phone out. So this is the bag that I've been using lately. Another option for a bag is a hydro pack, which I don't own, but I'll link some options below. You do want to check whether the festival that you're going to allows hydro packs, because not all do, and if they do, what the dimensions are. A hydro pack is convenient because you can just fill it up full with water at the beginning of the festival, and you might not even have to refill it again later, but you can just sip on water the rest of the night. Another important thing to think about is what shoes you're wearing. I haven't really had an issue with my footwear. The only issue that I've had was from last year when I went to EDC, because that was a whole 3-day thing. I wore my Nike Air Force Ones. Normally on the daily, I wear those shoes and they're fine. I have no issue with them, but after I think the second day or something, my feet, especially my pinky toe, was really hurting, but I couldn't do anything about it because that was like the only shoe that I had. It actually caused like nail trauma. It's only just kind of better now, and it's been a year. So wear comfortable shoes that you don't mind potentially getting dirty, because people are definitely gonna step on you. Another item, since it is summer, are sunglasses. I actually don't like wearing sunglasses, but I also don't want to be like squinting when the sun's in my face. This isn't an essential. I just personally like bringing and wearing this. Is a face mask. It's basically this long piece of fabric that you can like put up to cover your face like this, and it's just kind of like a cute accessory. You just put it over, and most of the night I'll just have it hanging like this. I'll just like wrap it around my ears. Another clothing item you might want to consider bringing is pash or pashmina. I see a lot of people wearing them as an accessory. It's cute as an accessory. Also, if it gets chillier at night, you can just wrap it around your body and be a little warmer. And then lastly, speaking of staying warm, because once the festival is over, it can be pretty chilly. This might not be necessary depending on the weather of where you're going, but I have brought this to rave once, and it is a space blanket, and I've also seen these being used a lot when I went to Escape a few years ago. Ever since I saw a lot of people wearing the space blankets after Escape, I was like, that's smart, because it does keep you warm. Obviously it's not like super warm, but it's a lot better than nothing. It's just a big, super lightweight tinfoil looking blanket, and it's pretty small, so if you have a decent sized bag, you can fit this in. Only thing is, once you open it, it's hard to fold it back into just this size. So next category of essentials are just random essentials. First thing is lip balm. I'm one of those people who I always want lip balm with me. Some festivals, they do say that the lip balm has to be sealed. In my experience, even if they say that, most of the time you can still bring in open lip balm, but do that at your own risk. Another item is water bottle, but that also depends on the festival that you're going to. So I guess extra tip is read what you're allowed to bring and what you're not allowed to bring. I've had festivals where you can bring empty plastic water bottles, or like water bottles with no cap, or you can bring hydro packs, so it really depends. And sometimes I've been to raves where you can't bring any water bottles, but you can buy water, but they won't give you a cap, which is annoying, so we bring our own disposable water cap. Another item is a portable charger. Right now I'm using a MagSafe one that I'll link down below from Amazon, but I mean any portable charger will work, but I would really recommend remembering to bring one just because you don't want to potentially be lost in a festival. Maybe you don't know where your friends are and your phone is dying and you're gonna panic and not have a good time. All of that you just want to avoid. Just make sure you have your portable charger fully charged, ready to go. Last essential that I want to go over are earplugs, which I actually didn't start using until last year, but if you're just starting, I'll get you started on this now because you want to protect your ears from getting permanent ear damage. No one wants that. Show you two that I have. They're both from Amazon. Just these random ones, I don't even know what brand they are. And then I have the loops, which I think are pretty well known, but they're like this. They both come with a carrying case, so you can kind of attach it to your bag or just put it in your bag, so it's easy. Certain like smaller raves or festivals, the sound is okay, like even without earplugs, not like hurting your ears, although you should still be wearing earplugs anyway. It really doesn't hinder the sound, like you can still hear the music totally fine. It's still loud, honestly, but especially after going to EDC last year, the music is so loud. Even if you're not that close to the stage, it's really loud. It will probably damage your ears, especially if you're going to a lot of events. So just invest in a pair. They're not that expensive. And lastly, I have some items that I would suggest you consider bringing, or just things that you might want to bring but aren't necessarily super essential or important. The first thing is a fan. So I have these fans here. There's the classic, just ones like this. One's like this. I also have this battery powered one. Since it is summer season, it will probably be pretty hot. It's crowded. Everybody's probably sweaty from dancing, including you. It's just really nice to have a fan around, whether you bring it or one of your friends brings it, to just occasionally just fan everyone down. It will feel really good. There's also these other fans that are popular. They're really big and the handles are this like high quality wood, and a lot of bigger festivals will have stands that sell these. They also clack, which some people hate. I don't really mind. Those are really powerful. Like waving those gives like a big gust of air. They are kind of pricey though, so, but they have a lot of designs. You can probably find them online as well. So it is kind of annoying to bring around though, because those are really big and some people actually have holders for them. Another item that I personally use at every rave or festival and also in my daily life is a phone wrist strap. So I just have one like this. It just attaches here to my phone case, and I've been using this actually since my very first rave because I don't want to lose my phone and I also don't want to drop my phone. Like tightens around my wrist. I know cute wrist straps are trendy, but those are kind of just for the vibes, the look. It's cute and all, but I don't know if it's that practical because most of those are really loose. If you drop your phone, like it's still falling on the ground most likely. But this one, it just keeps your phone really secure. I personally usually hold on to my phone most of the time when I'm like dancing and stuff. If you want extra security for your phone, especially if you're going to a much bigger rave, for example EDC, where there's a lot of reported pickpocketing and theft that goes on. You might want to get one of these, like a stretchy like bungee cord. You can attach one side to your bag and the other side to your phone. You can still use your phone and like bring it up if you want to record something or whatnot, but it just provides some extra security from someone just taking your phone from your pocket. Although this isn't 100% foolproof, because I know someone who used this at EDC and still had their phone stolen, so just be wary of your surroundings at all times. Another quick essential is hand sanitizer. The porta potties could run out of either soap or water or both, so even if you wash your hands with soap and water there, I usually just put a bit of hand sanitizer on. Be extra clean, because I mean the porta potties are kind of gross. Last thing to potentially bring, and an activity to do with your friends, is making candy. You can just buy beads and string at your local craft store or dollar store, and then just get together with your friends and make candy for each other. It's just a fun accessory to add to your outfit. So those were all my rave essentials and what I think you should bring. If you have anything to add, please leave that down in the comments below. Before I go, I also just wanted to go over a few general tips if this is your first rave or music festival event. So first thing, if you do have a hydro pack, I would definitely recommend just filling that at the very beginning. Another thing is have a set meeting time and meeting place. If you have a very specific place, for example, this piece of decoration that you guys all see and know where it is, and not just right backside of this stage, because there's gonna be a lot of people, and like where in the right backside of the stage, you know, it's just very vague and you won't be able to meet up. When you're moving through the crowd, this is just basic manners, but just be respectful. Most people will have no issue with you going through if you just be respectful and nice about it. Just say thank you and excuse me while you're walking around, and people will move and let you through. Being wary of not just your phone, but your important valuables, making sure that, especially if you're like walking through the crowd or the event is over and everyone's trying to leave and everyone's close and moving, that no one's trying to get in your stuff. And then to have a good time, definitely just be open-minded about the DJs that you're gonna see. Especially with bigger events, you might not be able to see everyone that you wanted to see initially, and that's fine. I'm sure you'll also discover a lot of new artists. Regardless, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun, and if you stay open-minded, that will definitely help. And then last section, since EDC this year is coming up, I'm not going, but I just have some extra tips that I've learned from my experience last year. And even though I'm not an EDC veteran or anything, I've only been the one time last year, but definitely if I were to go again, I would kind of do things differently. The biggest tips or things I learned from going to EDC last year is it was my first time going to an event with so many artists that I wanted to see, and obviously wanted to see as many of the DJs I like as possible. We really were a bit too ambitious with our planning of our schedule and what stages to go to throughout the night and stuff. And I think unless the stages you want to go in between are pretty close together, like next to each other, I would advise to really pick the DJs that are really important to you, and or try not to compromise on those, but maybe some of the other ones that you like but aren't as important, you can maybe skip. Because I wanted to see everyone that I wanted to see, even for like a little bit, and so it ended up being a lot of going in between different stages and only seeing DJs for 15 minutes, and in the end I think that kind of hindered the general experience, because I felt like I saw a lot of different DJs, but at the same time I feel like I couldn't really remember what the experience seeing them was like. I feel like I didn't really see them, if you know what I mean. If I were to go again or go to a big festival like EDC in the future, I would try and see less DJs, but stay for their whole set or majority of their set. With EDC, there's gonna be a lot to explore. I think you wouldn't be getting the full experience if you didn't take some time throughout the 3 nights to walk around the venue and see what there is. There's a lot of different art decorations. Definitely try and see all the stages, even if you don't stay for a long time, just see what the vibe is like. And then there's also the marketplace. There's just a lot going on. It's a pretty big venue. It can be time consuming to walk around with the crowds and everything, but definitely if there's kind of a time where there isn't a DJ that you really want to see, take the time to explore. I really enjoyed exploring the venue last year, and honestly that was one of my favorite things about EDC. Random, not really a tip, but I thought the Dippin' Dots there were really good. If you want something refreshing, there's like Dippin' Dots stands. I don't know if it's there this year, but it was there last year, and it was like the perfect snack that we needed. Not necessarily EDC related, but if it is your first time in Vegas, and if you either arrive in Vegas earlier or you feel like you have the energy in between the days to do a bit of exploring, I would recommend that, because I did some exploring just around the strip in the daytime before EDC started, and I love Vegas, so I had a lot of fun even just walking around like your hotel or one of the cool hotels. I would really recommend that. Last but not least, super important tip is take care of your health. EDC will take a toll on you. I honestly thought that I would be fine. I was like 3 days, like I can handle it, and I mean, I guess I could, but after the 3rd day, I don't think I've ever been more exhausted in my life, and especially with lacking nutrition and energy because I was barely eating and using all that energy at the event, barely getting any sleep, maybe just 3 or 4 hours every day. It was just a recipe for disaster afterwards, and boy did I crash after EDC for like a week afterwards. It's probably the worst my body has ever gone through, so keep that in mind, take care of your health. But that is all I have for today. I hope you found that helpful. If you have any extra tips or things that you like to bring, leave that down in the comments below. I'm not going to that many festivals this year. I am going to one called Faded here in BC, Canada, and the lineup is pretty good. I will be vlogging that, so stay tuned for that. That's coming in early July. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!